your gun?
I dropped the gun.
You dropped the gun?
What's done is done. Let's be solution-oriented. You mad?
How you gonna drop the gun, Gangstalicious? That is not gangster. That's very not gangster. Man, I can't believe this. You a fraud.
Oh, I'm a fraud? You scared too?
I'm 8.
Okay, fine, whatever. I'm a fraud. I'm just an average, normal dude. I don't want to do this stupid shit no more. I'm tired of getting shot. Help.
It's like going to heaven and finding God smoking crack.
What's going on? What's going on out there, ladies and gentlemen? It's a rainy day in Virginia. Welcome back. You are listening to the Simple Math Podcast side series. I am your host, Aaron.
And I'm your boy, Mister.
Absolutely. So we got another one for you guys today. So episode 7 of the side series, this Boondocks episode talks about Gangstalicious. If you've kept up with the Boondocks or have any pre-knowledge on any of this, excuse my grammar, Gangstalicious is a rapper. Basically, he's the stereotypical rapper, or how rappers are portrayed on TV and stuff like that. So this episode really is obviously it's Boondocks, so it's funny, but the episode really just makes a mockery of the rap game, to be frank about it, and just kind of like the persona of the modern day rapper and stuff like that. So without further ado.
All right, so this episode is actually probably top 5 for me. Story of Gangstalicious is one of the funniest episodes of the entire series, because essentially the point of the episode is to call out, it's kind of to highlight the homophobia in hip-hop, more or less. The message they give at the beginning of the episode, the one that's the disclaimer, is essentially like, hey, this is all jokes. We're not talking about your favorite rapper, but we are talking about your favorite rapper. Dictated, not read, the management. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that's kind of like where we're going to jumpstart from. With that disclaimer, that shows that, like, all right, bet we know what we're going to get into, that these writers probably actually know some of these musicians that they're kind of taking these jabs at, and that this is, I mean, it's supposed to be taken lightly.
Yeah, of course.
It's satire.
Yeah.
But they're joking, but they're
not
being dead ass serious. Because in addition to that, the guy who actually voices the kind of like the title character, I guess, of the episode, Gangstalicious, is Most Def Yasin Bey.
Yeah.
So that, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of even funnier. That is an actual, like...
Yeah, I always wonder how much the writers let the art, because, like, Boondocks has so many different, like, actors or, like, high esteemed artists and entertainers. I wonder how much input they gave them into the character as far as, like, how they would... I'm just curious. I don't really know, but I'm just...
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting, because when you think about it, if you don't know, later down the line they use a lot of the stuff from Mad Villain.
Yeah.
Like in the second season,
right.
I do honestly wonder how much creative control that they give their characters, because Cat Williams with the pimp named Slickback.
Yeah, I feel like Cat Williams did that. I feel like he could have did that with his eyes closed.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. That Cat Williams character is the pimp, the modern
yeah.
man. But I mean, Regina King is Riley and Huey for the first season.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, John Witherspoon, the guy that plays Uncle Ruckus is the guy that played the bailiff on Judge Trudy.
What?
Yeah. He's
that's hilarious.
The guy that plays the gay guy in Soul Plane.
Yeah.
The gay flight attendant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy who plays Uncle Ruckus.
You know, this is making me think Boondocks even more genius than I previously thought, because now that you say that, all the characters really mesh well with how the roles that they've been in.
Exactly. Yeah. They didn't. Nothing. I feel like nothing they did was a mistake.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Terry Crews is the reoccurring ad-lib actor in that series is not a mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a mistake. The fact that they chose John Witherspoon to be granddad and having control of 2 boys when they did that on the Wayans Brothers, not a mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
you're right
Tanisha
about that.
Arnold's in the episode. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't have talked about R. Kelly pissing on somebody, he probably would have been in the episode.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because he really hates that shit. But you know what I'm saying. But back to the episode. So essentially this episode, it focused around Riley's favorite rapper, Gangstalicious, is in a beef with another clique or whatever, and he gets shot, and he ends up in the local hospital.
Yeah, and then the joke with all this, Gangstalicious always gets shot.
Yeah.
It was actually, I think it was it was like the scene was like he was in a club or something like that, and they both shot themselves when they got a
yeah, exactly. Like,
They both.
It's all ridiculousness. It's a cycle of this like violent ridiculous.
But you can see, I mean, people don't shoot themselves every day, but a lot of shit happens this way. Like it's like the most of what the rap game, and I think that's what they're kind of alluding to, is just it's a lot of goofy stuff. Man.
Oh hell yeah, everything is goofy in the game, because you figure, all right, so Gangstalicious gets shot. We don't know what it's. Or we just think it's because of beef at this point in the episode. And Riley really, really wants to go fucking meet Gangstalicious.
Yeah.
And so he's pulling out all the stuff.
Yeah. Riley threw himself down the stairs just so
He tried to injure himself. He almost risked his life, risked an ass whooping, drinking fucking granddad's juice straight out of the carton. You know what I'm saying? Just so he could go into town and see Gangstalicious.
Mm-hmm.
And so he finally gets into town, and he gets to the hospital, and I thought this was pretty funny just because, I mean, it's actually a really good joke. He goes up to the desk clerk, attendant, whatever the fuck they are, receptionist.
Right.
The receptionist, and she's like, "Who are you here to see?" He's like, "I'm here to see Gangstalicious." She was like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm one of his many illegitimate children." And she just lets him go.
Hell yeah,
like, shit. Who is she to argue with? They're like, you know what I'm saying? I thought that's one joke I've always thought was pretty fucking funny out of that episode. I mean, it's the Boondocks, but
yeah, we know the stigma behind it, but it's funny.
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
funny.
Yeah,
It's
there's
funny.
a stigma, but it's funny. So he gets up there, and I thought it was weird initially that Gangstalicious just let this little ass kid come chill with him.
Yeah, that was
Like, that's how you knew he was already.
yeah,
not,
that's suspect.
Yeah, you already knew he wasn't really.
Like Riley's 8.
Yeah, he's not really Gangstalicious. Like, if you letting an 8-year-old come kick it with you, you know what I'm saying? You're not really your name might be Gangstalicious.
Yeah.
But you're not really, a gangster like that.
Yeah.
So him and go ahead.
I was gonna say, so from there, Riley's obviously enamored pretty much with Gangstalicious' whole persona. Like, he's fascinated with the whole, as most young kids are, because to him that's his idol, because those are people he listens to on CTV every day, hear on the radio, blase. So Riley's basically now just trying to. One, he had to let him know that it won't nobody in his clique that did the shit.
Riley had to
Like,
come
he
hard,
ate, yeah. Appreciate you for letting me know that, bro. I appreciate you. Thanks for the heads up, man.
All right, bro.
So Riley's basically just trying to help Gangstalicious, and I think one of the funniest parts of this episode is when he finds out there's no security.
Oh my god, the look on, and because of the way that Boondocks is drawn, like the motions aren't necessarily like fluid.
Yeah.
So when he says something about security and Riley says like there's no security, like, his face just changes, like the drawing just completely changes to like, oh shit, yo, what do you mean there's no security? He was really about to shit bricks in that moment, and you can see that through the drawing, and that shit is hilarious. I will agree with that.
So while all this is basically, just to catch you up, go a little further, Riley goes downstairs to check to see if there's more security, and then he runs into the people that are actually trying to kill Gangstalicious.
Yeah, Dirt Nasty and his crew from Lickety Split, Virginia. Bro, they did such a good fucking job.
Yeah.
Just like saying that Dirt Nasty is from Lickety Split, Virginia. Like, bro, it just be two fucking regular ass niggas going at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yep.
Like
the misconception is that everyone. Saying is automatically from this hardcore ass background.
Yeah, these just two niggas that just don't like each other. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
It's nothing more than that. I've always thought that was funny too. I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
But that's hilarious. So he runs into Dirt Nasty, and essentially this starts the climax and resolution
Yeah.
of the episode. They start going. They pretty much go on a chase, like a shootout chase. And one of the funniest moments of Boondocks happens in like a minute of like a span of 4 minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes, when they're running out. They're running. They're getting shot at. Riley goes, "Gangstalicious, don't you have your gun?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I do have a gun." He pulls it out of his fucking jacket and he shoots it like twice. Drops the bitch. They get outside, and Riley's like, "We need to steal a car." And Gangstalicious like, "How we gonna steal a car?" He's like, "You got the gun, don't you, Gangstalicious?" And y'all heard this when we opened it up. He said, "I dropped the gun."
The look on his face, like,
The look on
my
Riley's
God,
face.
yeah.
Going back to like the fear Gangstalicious had on his face when he found out there was no security, the anger, the fear, and the disappointment on Riley's face when he realized that Gangstalicious won't no fucking gangster and he dropped the gun is paramount. Because then it all unfolds. Because like at the beginning of the clip we played in the beginning of the episode,
Yeah.
Gangstalicious gives it up at that point. He said, "I'm just a regular dude." You know what I'm saying? He said,
Yeah.
"I'm just a regular dude."
And that's what people don't understand, man. It's called the entertainment business for a reason.
Yeah.
Bro. Like I would find it I find it hard to believe there are still there are very few real like people that put in work in the streets.
Oh yeah, everybody's a character. Like as
You know what I'm
we were
saying?
saying in pre-production, everybody's a character. Like very few rappers I could think of that you can Google their name and actually come up with something that wasn't selling drugs or stealing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because a lot of people they selling drugs is not the same as being like
murder.
knocking people over their heads.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not the same.
Yeah.
There's a little 19-year-old Asian kid in college selling weed.
exactly. And for real,
Right.
if you robbing people, you're not really, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, robbing people is take some nuts, but if you robbing them with a gun, if you robbing innocent people, they don't take, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just creating victims. It's not like you doing no hard shit. You just robbing innocents.
And see, that's the thing, man. They get the gun. The gun will save you, but like you saw Gangstalicious, they ain't ready to pull it.
Oh yeah,
Because it's crazy. Because even when he dropped the gun, like he wasn't even getting shot at. He shot at him three times, missed, and then just said, "Oh, I'm done with this. I'm done with this."
It's too much for me. My ears hurt. My ears hurt.
So yeah. So I think Boondocks did a really good job of like they always do though of just getting their point across. They really got their point across with this one.
My thing is my favorite part about them getting their point across about this episode is that on surface level, the idea is like, oh yeah, there's some gay rappers out there, but the real idea is just like stop idolizing these guys that are just from fucking bumfuck nowhere. That just kind of got, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They got lucky. Like they're not any smarter than you, not any tougher than you.
Yeah.
None of that shit. Like I said before, you can Google very few rappers' names and come up with anything that's not selling drugs or robbing people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. So what did you think? I guess my question, why I don't know if it was just a matter of he wasn't useful to what they were trying to convey, but I wonder why they didn't let Huey wasn't a dominant character in this episode. He just kind of was here and there.
Because it would be totally out of place. This was too far left to bring in to re-centralize it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like we've talked about in previous episodes on here. Huey is kind of there to re-centralize the episode.
Yeah.
Once things get too out of hand, once they don't really know where to go with it, Huey can bring it back in.
Yeah.
But this one, there was no bringing it back in. You know what I'm saying? There's no bringing back in an 8-year-old and a grown man running away from 3 grown men in a hospital and a shootout. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring that back in to reality. So that would be my thought at least.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't even really see Huey at all.
Yeah, he makes he did have that funny line. It was like, hey, how about let's all go to college so we don't end up like Gangstalicious. That was his one bar, one of the few. Yeah, so that was funny.
But no, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Is that Huey's just too smart for the too dumb. Because if I think correctly, once in any of the too far gone episodes, that Huey kind of just goes to the back burner. Anything that is salvageable and possibly maybe feasible in real life, that they'll have Huey being at least a minor role in that episode. But like you said, this one, he made that comment, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
And they gotta stop trusting these. I mean, the general wrap up, the motif, the whatever you want to call it, of this Jonas. Can't believe what you see on these. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, all these motherfuckers we idolize for the main part are just Joe Schmo, regular, ass niggas.
Yep. Also, keep in mind that these labels don't have your back.
Yeah, they don't. Got
they ain't even
back.
got security. They can't even get security from my man.
Exactly, and you're not getting paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers looking up to these kids and shit. He's talking about the Jets was renting and all that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing.
I was on Twitter because you know I love Twitter, but I saw a tweet that said the record deals are no more than fancy payday loans.
Oh yeah,
and it's true. It's the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the truth,
without a doubt. That's not even like an exaggerated truth. All they are like you said, payday loans.
Yeah.
Because you know you have to give all that money right back. Like you know what I'm saying. In most of those cases, and then with like this episode, you get kids like Riley or just general people fooled, thinking you really got it, and then that's why they say don't meet your idols. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Never meet your idols. That's shit. If anything, this Boondocks episode shows you why. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the episode, we do find out that Gangstalicious is gay. Yeah. Which becomes fucking relevant to the episode. Yeah. By the time you realize that this dude is just a fucking phony. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess him being gay this was 15 years ago, so that was the storyline then. Yeah, for that time. Yeah, then that was the entire storyline. But with age, it's literally about motherfuckers flexing shit they don't got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the end of the day, now we don't give a fuck if a rapper's gay. You know what I'm saying? I didn't.
No one cares. It's the game. It's too big now. We just want the music.
Yeah, exactly. As long as the music good, that's all.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that was the story of Gangstalicious.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and continuing to listen to our pod. Always remember that we are on all streaming platforms. We also want to give you a daily reminder that we need to bring justice to Breonna Taylor's killers. And, of course, my usual go vote so we can make a change.
Keep the movement going. Don't stop it. These are trying times, and all we can do is succeed and not fail. Peace.
Peace.